Hi, well, welcome to me playing Hunter Call of the Wild. Um, this game is very zen-like and relaxing. I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to be able to show you any tips or tricks or anything like that. Literally just we'll play a bit of the game and you'll just get an idea of what it's like to play as a sort of novice player who just likes to try a couple of missions here and there, follow the story a bit, maybe just go for a wander, open up a few new outposts, if there are any animals around, have a hunt. I'm currently, I'll just show you over here, I bought a rifle that's supposed to be good, which is the 7mm. It's for larger animals, but I want to unlock the ammo for that. So if I go to the rifle ammo, one of my current aims is to there's your so there's your 7mm. I've got the soft point bullets, but you find with those ones, although it says expansion is high, it's really the penetration that seems to be able to kind of take an animal out with one shot. And if I can unlock the polymer bullets, then I get that higher penetration. So yeah, I need to increase my rifle score by another couple of hundred in order to be able to unlock those bullets. So currently I'm sort of in this area. I've gone to the New Zealand map, and there's kind of a lot of the creatures here are just up to number 4, and you don't need such a tough rifle to take those creatures out. You can use the I think it's the 243. I can't remember what I use. Yeah, the 243 polymer tip bullets. Might need some more of those. I've got 20s. I'll just buy some more. Because I'm finding that's probably my most commonly used rifle at the moment. If I come across larger animals, like in the other map there are moose and bear, then I use a different rifle. It's the 3006 Eckers, and that one has the ability to have the correct caliber of weapon for larger animals. So I do use that sometimes, but I haven't so far on this New Zealand map. I've also had a go recently, after watching other people's YouTube videos, with an air rifle as well, because the idea is that they shoot more silently, and you may be able to shoot a few more animals without disturbing the rest of the bunch. That's the theory anyway. I haven't really got the hang of the air rifle yet. So at the moment there's a mission marker over there. Let's just remind ourselves what that is. A mission log, elusive prey. I think I've been kind of left out. One of my missions is just to sort of shoot prey. I think I achieved that one. So now I've got to go and it's like a fetch and get task. I've got to go somewhere and get a battery for a trail camera. Okay, so let's go and do that, and then if we come across anything in the meantime, we'll hunt it. So it's 800 meters, not too far. I don't think I'll take my wheels with me this time, because I've got a vehicle that I can use, but it makes a lot of noise and scares off a lot of the creatures. Now, what time of day is it? I look at my
You know what a track is? Evidence you're not alone out there. Humbling, eh?
Anyway, I still haven't worked out which button to press to bring up my little GPS pad. It's kind of weird on the joystick. I just haven't figured out which button it is. It sort of seems to have a life of its own. Sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, torch off. I imagine it's kind of early morning, maybe. A feral pig. Yeah, there's a lot of pigs in New Zealand. And there are also European rabbits, which I guess is an invasive species, so probably along with the pigs as well. And so you kind of feel like you're doing the work of New Zealand by taking out the rabbits, because there aren't that many primates. I mean, not primates, but high... That was the wrong word. There aren't that many top carnivore animals that are going to hunt mammals in New Zealand. So the mammals themselves can just breed and breed. So I think, you know, culling is part of life over there. Just to sort of maintain a more balanced ecosystem. Now I can walk a bit faster, so you can press a button. When you walk faster, you make more noise.
I grew up here, just west of the mountain range. We were a small community of outsiders living in sync with nature. No running water and only whatever electricity our generator could provide. People from down in the local town used to call it a hippie commune, but I've never liked the term. It was about sustainable living first and foremost. We weren't just there to not shower and sing Kumbaya all day. So when I say the place is part of me, I mean it. Mum's family can trace their lineage here to the 14th century, and we've accumulated a lot of stories over the years. Some of those are about an animal that holds a special place in my heart. Pākehā, I mean European settlers, released moose here about 100 years ago, and there haven't been any confirmed sightings since the 1950s. But I swear to you, I saw one when I was little, staring straight at me out of a hazy morning mist. Ever since then, I've been determined to prove that they're still here. Even written a book about it. Or am writing a book about it, I should say. I can't give it the conclusion it deserves yet. I don't hold out much hope anymore. But I've got a few trail cameras scattered here and there. Usually just throw up deer herds and the occasional teenager behaving badly. But they're pretty low maintenance. One of them got knocked over and the battery's completely munted. So I'd like you to switch it out if that's not too much trouble. It's on the way to our next filming destination.
So yeah, I do like this game, but I really can't stand the storytellers and the narrators and the people that kind of give you things to do. I mean, you don't have to listen to them or follow their ideas, but I guess it's because I'm kind of new to this map. I thought I might as well start off doing a bit of that. But yeah, it's so kind of... It's a bit cringeworthy, to be honest. I'd rather just get out there and just sort of explore by myself. Or maybe read some text, but the voices themselves just... Yeah, it's slightly off-putting. I think I should have brought my car with me, so it's taken quite a while. Never mind. Hopefully we'll start picking up some tracks of some creatures while we're at it. Yeah, I've got my binoculars so I can look at the horizon, zoom in, just to see if there's anything quietly walking about somewhere. This is my bloodhound, which you've got to sort of look after every now and then. Keep them happy. I do like the audio of just the birds and the bees in the background. They do that well in this game. But I've noticed on the New Zealand map that music sort of keeps switching on all the time. Didn't remember that happening on some of the other maps, so it's a little bit like, could you just stop throwing that bit of soundtrack in, because it spoils the immersion a bit, really. I can probably switch it off in the settings, but
Head to the outpost. There should be a battery pack on the table.
so when you get to an outpost that you haven't been to before, you can save it to your map, you can unlock it, and then fast travel to it whenever you want to, which is handy. Okay, so in here there should be what I'm looking for on the table. Nope, not there. Where else? There it is.
I've been meaning to get out there for ages, but then my legs started acting up again. Nice to have the help.
My pleasure, my love. Okay. So I've got the battery. I've got to now go. Oh, now the fact is it's over a kilometre. Wherever you are, when you're at an outpost, you can summon your vehicle. Now, I think the vehicle is part of a DLC or something you unlock, so you may not have that if you've just got the base game, but there was a special offer on, I think it was Humble Bundle store, that allowed me to get a very good price for the game plus loads and loads of DLC. So we'll just request that. So I use a combination of the keyboard, mouse and joypad with this game. It just sometimes going through the menus is just easier to grab the mouse and things like that, and certain keys like changing weapons and stuff, I use the keyboard to do that, but just generally moving around I use the joypad. It works pretty well. Okay, so I can see where it is. I'm just going to check the map to see if there's a direct road rather than going cross country. So with your map you can just zoom in and out quite easily. So I reckon if I go along that trail, hit this road, and then just go off at some point along there. So I'm going to stick to the roads. You'll be able to see which way your vehicle's pointing. It's not that clear there. But I think I'm looking up that trail, and then we'll hit the main road. Go straight over. Okay. Ah, some nice mountains in the distance there, just peeking out after it's been so cloudy, I've been able to see them. There we are, lovely. Nice mountain. Snow-capped. The other thing is I'm wanting to level up. That's another reason for getting some shooting done. Because the next level I want to choose something that shows me, when I look through my binoculars at a creature, it's going to show me the trophy level of the creature. So I'm seeing whether it's going to be a gold or a diamond, and which is going to come in handy, I reckon. I just want to see what these trails are. Okay, it's fallowed deer, and it looks like there's a we'll just walk from now. Here we've got the feed zone for fallow deer. So from 2:30 to 5:30 they'll be here feeding, potentially. And there's another one which is a need zone. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Ah, there's something there. You can hear. It's heard me probably. Yeah, warning call from fallow deer. So if you can see, there's in the bottom right hand corner where there's a compass, there's the green arrow that's sort of pointing, and so to the south of where I am, any creatures can scent me, and they can all creatures can hear me if I'm running from all different directions, but in terms of the wind blowing and the scent, they can hear me more loudly, and they can smell me downwind of where that green triangle sort of funnel goes to. So if I look north, if I were to slowly creep north, I could definitely stalk up on some creatures, whereas if I was going to just head straight south from here, the creatures would they'd know I was there, so it's not good. So it's good to position yourself in a way that you're not letting on to them that you're around. But I'm running. I'm like, this is walking pace now, and you make less noise when you're walking. But who knows what's out there at the moment, if anything. I think I'm going to run until I disturb something, or find footprints.
It's the camera turned toward the river. Just a little further up there.
Okay, there's my camera.
Cheers. That should keep it going for another few years. Can you check the other cameras while you're here? Might give you some stalking suggestions, if nothing else.
That's a nice view, isn't it? Maybe I'll take a photo. So, from here, I can just press X, hold it down. I've got the camera, so I can just take a screenshot. Right trigger, there we go. And then hold X to move the camera. So now I've just got to visit a few of these other camera spots to check them. And hopefully there'll be something to hunt at some point. Just going to check the map. Anything else that's around. See, this pair of binoculars, that's a lookout point, so I might head up to there and unlock that. Yeah, that'd be good. Let's check the what bit of the gamepad I need to press to bring up my Huntermate, that's it. Equip Huntermate. So it's left button. I'm pressing the left button, but it's not. Is that the left button also holsters the weapon or the item? So, how do I make the left... No wonder it's confusing if the left button's trying to do two things. I guess I'll try pressing tab instead. Alright. I can press tab. Should bring it out. Even my... Look. Ah, right. So that's that. But when I press it, I can see it down here. Shows that it's around, but it's not showing it to me. It feels like there's a bug there. Oh, there it is. Ah, okay. So I've got that equipped, so I can flip between the two. Okay. I'll get used to it eventually. So the time is 6:30, so it's kind of evening rather than morning, so animals will have gone off to either have a final feed or a final rest or something, rather than the morning drink, which is what a lot of them do.
Now when something shows up on these, 9 times out of 10 it's a stray deer.
Yeah. It's the first photo. What's the next closest one?
Between these little fellas and that props list, Christmas has come early this year.
Turkeys, okay. And the last one. Yeah, so when I was playing this map just the other day, there were just... I think it's because it was maybe wherever I was or the time of day. There were just a lot of creatures. What was that? There were a lot of creatures all over the place, so I was getting quite a few shots in. But it looks like this time of day and where I am, there's not a lot about. So, sorry viewers, no exciting shooting. But this is the nature of the game. You could have play for a while where you're just like walking, checking out new bits of land, and then the next thing you know, you'll hear something and slow down and start stalking. So the game really does just suddenly drop you in it, in a nice way. You can just not, when you're not really expecting anything, you'll suddenly come across a bunch of creatures. It's pretty cool. Obviously, if you're using your tactics and you've studied your map and you know what time to go somewhere, then you can kind of just make sure that you're going to find animals to hunt.
There's our missing props. But who? I don't honestly mind someone getting some use out of them as long as we're not deemed responsible. But that's a big bloody truck. There's no driving of anything larger than an ATV permitted in the reserve. Don't see any tracks, do you? Must have been a few days ago at the earliest. License plate's pretty clear at least. I'll do some detective work and let you know.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of snitching and do-gooding in
Don't
this game.
suppose you packed any swing dogs, eh? Well, not to worry. Getting to our next destination involves a bit of spelunking. But a flashlight and some waterproof boots should be all you need. Head to the cave I've marked on your hunter mate. Unless you'd rather climb over those mountains. No? Didn't think so.
Where does she want me to go? I don't know if I want to do what she's telling me right now. So, yeah, so the next location is over here. But I'd rather than do that, I'm just going to nip up and unlock this point here. So I'm going to just set a place of waypoint there, and I'll just head up. So there's my waypoint. I'm going up this way. I'm going to bring the binocs back out. Aha. You have footprints. Now I've set the footprints to be bright magenta pink. It's just easier to spot them. The default setting is white, but you don't always notice the white ones. So I've got a rest zone. Hello dear. What time are they resting? Let's just check that out. So kind of middle of the day, like after their morning. So they're not around here in the evening. What's we got here? A bit steep. Fellow deer walking about. Now, if I want to know if they've been here recently, I need to find some scat, because that's what tells you, you know, you can tell whether how fresh it is and whether the creatures are nearby or not. Obviously, if you hear one, then you know it's nearby. Here's the viewing point. So there's something of a very calm version of Far Cry, without any bandits, about this game. You go around, going around unlocking towers. These ones can make you a bit dizzy. We're up here. Switch the light on because it's that time of day. And just got to nip outdoors and survey. Okay, so now my map has been populated with some nearby undiscovered points of interest. So that just means that when you're wandering about, you can find bits and pieces. Now there are other viewpoints up there, another one there. From the actual viewpoints, I mean, I've it's quite nice for just taking screenshots and surveying the scene, but I've never really been able to use one to sort of detect animals that well. I'm sure at some point you could probably do that if you're there at the right time of day, but I've not really had the opportunity to do that. Everything looks a bit hazy in that fog. Not easy to see anything. Okay, so I'll just show you the skills that I'm hoping to pick up. So here under Stalker, it's not that one, it's under Ambusher that I'm looking for the next skill. So I've currently got 0 skill points, but what I want is the second one of these, which is reveal. This means that when I'm spotting animals with my binoculars, I can reveal information about the approximate trophy rating and weight of the animal. Now, some of the missions ask you to shoot a certain weight of animal, and obviously trophy rating is kind of fun of the game, is to find a more rare or good example of a creature. And so I have not been able to shoot any diamonds or anything like that so far. That's the kind of highest rated, and I think there's one extra higher rated than diamond. It's a kind of special one. Sometimes on the maps you get like a super special, like one-off creature. So I haven't got any of those. I've shot some golds, silvers and bronzes, but nothing more than that. And one of the other tiers I want to unlock is this one, with another skill point. This unlocks the ability to spot animals when in aim mode with weapons. This means you don't have to switch to binoculars or rangefinder device to spot an animal. So that's handy. I also want one. I think there's one I can get where it may just be that I have to get the binoculars, but or the correct sights that are going to give me that rangefinder, so I know what distance the animal is. Because if your rifle can only shoot a certain distance, you need to get close enough to have an effective shot. So when you look through your sights and you can see a distance, that's really, really handy. So that's another thing I want to get more of. I've only got one piece of equipment that does have distance, and it's the night binoculars. Sorry, that's not it. The night binoculars. So when I look through these, you can see what it's looking at. It shows the range of what's in sight, how far away it is, how many meters. So I can use that at the moment when I need to figure out how close my prey is I'm hunting. Okay. Well, I think that's a good time to stop the video now, because I haven't actually done any hunting, but I've just given you a little tour around the game. I'm just going to have a little break for now.